For some reason, they gave me the keys to this $210,000 Chevy. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's tell you about the only Chevrolet Silverado I would ever be caught dead driving. And this is the Fox Factory Chevrolet Silverado. And yes, I know what you're thinking, $210,000. That is a lot of money. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it is not. But for what you're getting for the truck, when you're done with this video, I think you might understand exactly why this is not that bad of a value. There's a lot to talk about on this truck, and I'm gonna do my best to get through this as fast as possible while also not taking any shortcuts on some of the things that Fox Factory has done to modify the Silverado. So life starts with this Chevrolet Silverado as a bone stock 6.2 V8. And it's pretty much, there's not a whole lot of Chevrolet left on this vehicle. So let's talk about the outside of the vehicle. First thing you're going to notice, this hood does look a little bit different. The reason is it's a completely carbon fiber hood, and they've even got exposed carbon right here in the middle. And they paint a portion of it, leave a portion of it exposed. It really looks nice. It's the attention to detail on this particular truck. You even have your functional heat extractors up top that allows for all that airflow to leave the engine bay after it's kind of made its way through. Airflow is a pretty big component on this particular vehicle, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that here in just a few minutes. But the carbon fiber doesn't stop with just the hood. It even goes into the actual front fenders as well as the bed sides. So taking a look at this carbon fiber fender right off the bat, you'll notice you have functional airflow right here in the front. The idea is to get airflow into here to cool off the shocks on the vehicle because it's designed to be a desert running vehicle. 100 miles an hour. Maybe not 100 miles an hour, but doing interstate speeds off-road. That's kind of crazy if you think about that. I'm going to cover the suspension here in just a second because that is going to be a thorough piece of why this vehicle actually costs $210,000 starting MSRP. But take a look at this bedside of the vehicle as well. Once again, carbon fiber exposed in certain points. And I'll tell you, the fit and the finish is absolutely fantastic. Carbon fiber, when you're doing it like this, is not cheap to do it right. And speaking of doing it right, this vehicle is actually 6 inches wider than a stock Chevrolet Silverado, and that is because of the suspension and also the bed sides. But I love how factory this entire vehicle looks as far as the front fenders and also those bed sides, because anybody can just throw a really, really wide body kit on there, and sometimes you just always kind of tell, this something doesn't look right. In this setup, it looks absolutely fantastic. Continuing on with the exterior modifications, especially on the front end, take a look at this. You've got 8 Nacho lights mixed in with a front bumper that is tubular and allows for the parking provisions as well. You still have your front camera as well, so all of the driver assist technologies, it still exists on this particular vehicle. Take a look at the rear. The backside of the vehicle also gets a tubular rear bumper, and you've also got these 3 lights to make sure that you are 50 state legal. Focusing on the wheels, tires, and suspension, this is really where your money is spent. First off, let's talk about the tires themselves. BFG AT K02 tires, 37-inch tall, and this is the only way that you can get this truck. By the way, there's pretty much only one option, and that's coming later in the video. Everything else that you're getting is standard equipment, but 37 1250 on a 17-inch wheel, and that wheel is a method forged wheel that has a lot more lightweight capabilities than a cast wheel does. That's one of the benefits. You want to get that unsprung weight as low as you possibly can, and going with a high-end forged wheel is one of the ways that you can accomplish that. Now, the method wheel, this one specifically, has what they call their bead grip technology. The idea there is there's grooves where this tire meets the wheel, and those grooves make it significantly more difficult to pop a bead off when you're off-roading. But the question is, how do you get this wheel and tire to articulate like you should? The suspension on this car is absolutely amazing. This is a long travel front suspension system that is designed, co-engineered with Baja Kits. By the way, if you didn't know, Baja Kits was actually acquired by Fox. I'm not sure when, but I guess it was a little while ago, and that's one of the reasons they were able to co-engineer this truck together. In addition, I think I forgot to mention to you, Fox even acquired Method wheels. And so that's one of the reasons this truck is just now able to come to the market, is because they finally have all the partnerships that they need to make it all work. But that long travel suspension, as you can see, that lower control arm is significantly longer, and that's what pushes the track width of the vehicle out so much more. Not only do you have the long travel suspension system, but you've got one of the best shock absorbers that money can buy. This is the Fox Live Valve, which has a dual live valve specifically, one for compression and one for rebound. The idea there is you can customize the entire suspension while you're driving down the road, or the truck can automatically do that when it's airborne. It's a pretty incredible setup. You'll also notice that it's got a remote reservoir, and I don't know what you would actually call it, but there's these fins that are located on that reservoir. The design behind that, and the reason they put that remote reservoir right up front in front of the vehicle, is to allow the proper airflow, so that way the fluid stays as cool as possible, even when you're bombing through the desert at 100 miles an hour when it's 100 degrees outside. All of this is working together to get you 14.5 inches of wheel travel up front, and even more in the rear that I'm going to cover here in just a second. But not only do you have the higher end suspension, you also have the beefed up tie rods on this unit as well. So you can see that is much more beefy than something you would find on a factory Chevrolet Silverado. The last little bit that I want to cover on the front end suspension is going to be the billet aluminum upper control arms. That is yet another thing that is designed to give you the proper geometry that you need, with a little bit of extra lift and a whole lot wider of a setup. And if you thought the front suspension was crazy, wait till I get through telling you about the rear end. So this vehicle comes factory with a set of leaf springs. That's not really conducive for high-speed desert running off-roading. So what does Fox Factory do? Well, they completely change over the entire suspension system, and they did it with a set of coilovers in the rear. And I'm going to get into that in a second, because that's just as crazy, if not crazier, than it is in the front. But the first thing I want to point out to you is the massive rear trailing arm. Yet again, a piece of billet aluminum, so it's lightweight. You also happen to have a longer version of this that allows for more suspension articulation. And if you guessed it, the front end does 14.5 inches of true wheel travel. This does 15.5 inches of rear wheel travel. Now, as far as the rear suspension is concerned, not only do you have those Fox 3.2 live valve coilovers, but you also happen to have a more beefed up rear end. This is a Dana 60 semi-float rear axle. You even have a selectable ARB air locker system with 373 gears. And by the way, the axles on the inside of that Dana 60 is a 35 spline chromoly axle shaft. So it is absolutely the definition of overkill. Underneath the hood of this massive beast, yes, it is a 6.2 liter. And yes, it is supercharged. And yes, I don't know how to open the hood of a Chevrolet. I finally figured it out. Obviously, you've got this massive supercharger, a 4.375 size pulley. Once again, this thing is turnkey, ready to go. But one thing that I want to point out to you is that Fox Factory has done the proper research and development, and they realized they needed to stiffen up the chassis just a little bit more. So what have they done? They've added this massive strut tower brace to firm up and to solidify that chassis all the way around. So that way you can get all 14.5 inches of wheel travel up front. Now let's take a look at the inside. And to do that, you have to step up in the truck. It's nice that Fox Factory gives you a full-blown power deployable running board right from their factory setup. So let's go ahead and hop inside of the cockpit. First things first, the seats feel really, really nice. Heated seats. They are custom leather, perforated, got the suede inserts, all that kind of stuff. It's really hot outside, so I'm gonna go ahead and crank it up and get some AC going. But while that is all booting up and showing everything, I wanna show you the level of fit and finish that Fox Factory has done on this specific truck. So take a look at this right here. This is the controller setup for that live valve suspension system. So if I want to go into on-road, you can do that. If you want to go from comfort down to sport mode, listen to these clicks. It is a very satisfying selector, but not only is it just a selector that they've slapped on the dashboard, but it is fully integrated in with the bezel that wraps around the instrument cluster. This is not an afterthought, is what I'm trying to get at. You even have your auxiliary switches that were also added by Fox Factory, but it looks all like it's OEM. And coming from a guy that doesn't know much about Chevrolet, I overlooked that this is actually added after the fact, because it really, your only cues are the orange located right here. And speaking of right here, you can see this is series number 13. Every single one of these are badged and they're limited in production. Fox Factory is not going to be building any more than 500 of these. And from what I understand, they've already sold quite a few. They have a few more allocations left. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Fox Factory. It's dang sure not sponsored by Chevrolet. But I wanted to show you something that is so unique. You know, yes, we feature a whole lot of Ford products, and yes, I am biased towards Ford. This is one bad Chevrolet, and I can't believe I just said that out loud. I would never drive a Chevrolet Silverado. I would for sure drive this. Now the only thing left to do is to take this thing for a drive and see how it performs. We are on our first drive in the brand new Fox Factory Chevrolet Silverado, and let's see what this thing looks like on a hard acceleration to get it up to interstate speeds, starting from a rolling 10 miles an hour. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so yeah, okay, that's a little bit faster than I was thinking it was gonna be because of how heavy the truck is and the suspension and the big old tires and all that kind of stuff. The Supercharger does help this thing get up a little bit faster, if you will. I will say, make sure that you've got the truck in the right mode. Sport mode. I would also put the suspension in sport mode as well, because if you don't, it's gonna feel a whole lot slower. You know, that 4 all-wheel drive, if it's hot outside and very, very sticky asphalt, make sure that you have it in that 2-wheel drive so that you can feel the maximum acceleration. Now let's take this thing on some back roads. I cannot believe Fox trusts me with this truck. Over here driving a $210,000 truck. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine, just have fun with it, because it's through the braking. Those poor tires. I was not expecting that. And traction control, I think, is even on too. So that's impressive. I will say life is not just about horsepower. I mean, it's like 99%, but the other 1% are the niceties in the truck. Very much like this carbon fiber steering wheel. This is real matte carbon fiber, as well as all the different accents inside the vehicle that has got carbon fiber. That is not some cheap Chinese knockoff. That is real carbon fiber. Once again, suspension's in the sport mode. The truck is in sport mode. I've got it on road, and this thing takes turns. It is so level when you're, wow. It handles more like a sports car than it does a pickup truck. So the question is, who is this truck for? What you honking at me for? Who is this truck for? I think this truck is for that guy that is a business owner, that guy that may be a professional, you know, sports team player. He might be a baseball player, a basketball player. He might be a musician, a high-end, high-wealth individual that loves to play, but simply does not have the time to build a truck that is nice as this. As far as fit and finish, if you didn't know what you were looking at, you could easily mistake this as a bone stock, but very, very cool vehicle. And I'm not sitting here to tell you that, you know, you need to spend $210,000 on your next truck, but I am telling you, I can see where the money is going. It's going to that suspension, it's going to the engine, it's going to the wheels, the tires. It's really going into the next level of technology that is bred from racing. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss a single video. Peace.